Hello, future me. I hope you're seeing this. I hope that you're seeing this in what year would it be? Ooh, I should have done the math ahead of time. Should have prepared in general ahead of time, but you know us. Preparedness isn't really our forte, is it? But let's see. 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024 is the year you should be watching this. I hope you don't watch it any earlier. I don't think you will. There's actually a high possibility this video will get lost and you will never watch it again, and that sucks, but you know, shit happens. But on the off chance that you do watch this video and that you do watch this video. I don't know what else I was gonna say. Hi, it's me. I joke around a lot when I'm trying to be serious. That's again what we do. But I do want to be somewhat serious in this video. I don't really know what I want to say. I kind of know what I want to say, but I mostly don't. Not gonna lie, I'm copying this from Joey Graceffa. He made a video like this, except it was him reacting to a video of him from 5 years ago. So now I'm recording a video that, you know, 5 years from now you can react to. So like him, I guess I can ask questions to myself and you can answer them on YouTube or off YouTube. Is YouTube still a thing? Again, this video could be completely lost because YouTube could totally not be a thing anymore. I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and stop rambling and just get down to the questions. Question number 1. What are you doing? That's a really general question. What are you doing? But seriously, what are you doing? Are you doing theater, performance, acting things? Are you a writer? Right now, theater is kind of your life, and it's a huge passion that you did not think you would do, and yet you are doing it, and it's scary, and it's terrifying, which is just another word for scary. Never said you were the good writer, but yeah, you're currently very immersed in the theater world, and I hope you stay that way. But I know, as said before, that shit happens, so maybe you're not. I don't want future me to feel like I'm gonna disappoint past me. So I really want to reiterate that, like, if I currently say something and it's just like doesn't happen in the future or just changes in the future, like, I'm sure you have a reason, and I'm sure, yeah, the reason is good. So point is that yes, I not gonna lie, I hope that theater is still in your life, but if it's not, I'm sure you have a decent reason, or you better have a good reason. Better not just because it's scary, because that's a shit reason and you know it. Yeah. What was my other question? I have so many questions. Again, I really should have prepared for this. How, I guess with writing, not just with theater, are you writing? Right now, you've taken a break from writing because theater is so immersive and because theater is demanding of you right now. I feel like writing has been on the back burner currently, but I don't want it to be like that forever. I want it to come forward again and be in my life again. So my question to you is, did writing ever come back? Not like it ever left completely, but right now it's kind of definitely in the orphanage right now, waiting for me to pick it up again. So, it's a weird analogy, but anyway, yeah, so I just wondered, I guess, were you successful? Sorry, thing in my throat. Were you ever successful with either of those? And I don't mean like famous, but I just mean successful as in just, you know, made a decent amount of money, enough to be able to support yourself, support, you know, special someone. I guess that goes into another question. Are you dating anyone? If not, girl, it's okay. It's okay to be single. You're single right now and you're proud. Actually, current you is very glad to be single. And maybe that's how you are. You should be. Like, not, you know, like, oh, I'm single, boo-hoo. Like, don't be like that, girl, because nobody likes a boo-hooer. So yes, if you're single, that's totally okay. I do hope that I date at least a couple people, because you know that you haven't dated a lot of people. So I hope that in 5 years' time, it's okay if I'm single, but I hope that I dated a few people, even if it didn't work out, obviously. Just for life in general experience, because I feel like it's important for life experience. What else do I want to ask you? Not like you can really answer. It's kind of silly to ask questions, isn't it? Because it's like, you can't really answer me. Another question I have, and this is like, listen, you know and I know that this question is a little touchy, but I have to ask. Do you lose the weight? Do you lose it? Gain more? Stay neutral, I guess. I hope eventually you lose it, but I know, again, life shit happens. So, yeah, that's definitely something I'm curious about. Even though, again, it's a touchy subject for both of us because we're the same person. So, yeah. Do you graduate? Because, goddamn, girl, you are currently 25 and you've been in school forever and you still have, I know, a good amount of years still left in school. But tell me that by 5 years from now, I graduate, right? Please tell me yes. If not, I guess, again, like, shit happens, but please, fuck, like, tell me I graduated. Unless I'm, like, going to master's, getting my master's, which right now, present you isn't really too keen on going to get a master's, but if, you know, I end up going that way, I guess, cool, but don't know how you're paying for it. Another question. Is Elena and Nicholas still in your life? I hate to ask that question, especially because I know us and I know our track record. I know people sometimes, unfortunately, come in and out of lives, and you can't help it sometimes. Sometimes you can help it. Sometimes, again, life shit happens, but I really hope that they're both still in your life, especially Nicholas. I mean, that sounds, okay, Evelina, if you're watching this, I love you. But just to think of, like, not being able to watch Nicholas grow up, because in this time, Nicholas will be, like, what, 7 or 8 now? And in 5 years from now, I mean. And to think that, like, there's a possibility that, you know, shit happens, life happens, and I don't get to watch him grow up, like, that breaks my heart and makes me seriously want to cry. So I really hope they are still in your life and that Nicholas is still, I don't know, your little nephew and you're his auntie and you get to be an auntie to him because, you know, you love that kid, obviously. Who wouldn't? So yeah. I hope you make other friends because right now you're kind of on the pathetic end of things when it comes to friends, and that's okay. But, like, you know, do I make a couple of new friends, you know? Like, please say yes. Yeah. I guess I should ask the typical, how's your dad? Do you still talk to him? I hope so. How's your grandma? I know she's kind of a bitch, but I hope you still talk to her, unless maybe by now she's, ooh, maybe she's passed by now. It will be 5 years in the future. That's really dark. I'm gonna move on. Moving on. What else do I want to ask? I guess I'll give advice now. And that may seem silly to a younger you giving advice to an older you, but I'm gonna do it because I still think that young people still can, you know, have good advice. Oh, another question I just thought of. And listen, again, I get that life happens, but are you still in Colorado? I really hope that you aren't, and I really hope that you either moved to California or New York, or honestly anywhere. Like, anywhere at this point is better than Colorado. So yeah, are you still in Colorado? Have you officially moved out yet? And okay, or if you are in Colorado, at least tell me you're somewhere cool like Denver, like living in Denver, because I will accept that somewhat. I still hope you're working on a way of getting out of Colorado, but in the meantime, if you're somewhere like Denver, I will forgive you for now. But damn it, get the out of Colorado. You know you want to. You know you don't belong there. Here. I'm currently here. Get out. So anyway, now for the advice. I wanted to say that I hope you pursue your passion. In Joey's video, not to copy him, but just to reference it for a second, he talks about how, like, past him had different passions and goals than current him, and past him was very like, oh, like, ironically, was acting was one of the things. Past him was very much like, you know, yes, acting is my goal, it's something I want to do, so, like, I hope future me is doing that. And future him watching the video and reacting to it was like, sorry, not sorry, but it's not a passion of mine anymore. I mean, it's still kind of a passion of his, because he makes YouTube videos, but it's not in terms of like acting in like Hollywood or whatever. And if that's the case for you, that's totally fine. And I don't mean in Hollywood though. I mean, like, are you still, when I say performing, I hope you know, future you, that I mean like any type of performing, community theater, you know, whatever, you know, it doesn't have to be like in Hollywood movies or whatever, you know, it can be like in, yeah, the theater down the street if you want, you know. But I understand if your passions have changed, but I guess I already kind of touched on this with asking about what you're doing. But I don't know, I guess I just want to give the advice of follow your passion, and it's okay if your passions have changed, but I still hope you're following your passion. I hope you wrote something. I was going to say a novel, but that's, I mean, I won't hold you to a novel. I was going to specifically say James and Emma. I don't know if anything ever comes of that, but I really hope it does. Again, don't want to like get your hopes up, or I don't know if hopes up are, no, that's not the right phrase that I'm looking for. The opposite. I don't want you to feel like you're disappointing past you by not doing James and Emma. Like, I forgive you if you didn't. But that was a really good story idea and it meant a lot to you, and I can see it on the shelves. I can see it being a seller, you know? Maybe not a bestseller, but I can see it selling, and I can see people connecting to it, and so I think you should write it. That's more advice for me too, I guess, because that goes towards me writing it now. When I don't have auditions and shit ton of shit going on, I will get right on that. But you know us, we're always busy. It's not an excuse, but it is. Anyway, do I have any other advice? I guess my main advice is to follow your passions, follow your dreams, even if you feel like you're too old, because I know that that's been a common theme throughout our life, is feeling like I'm too old to follow my passion, especially with, you know, performance, you know, feeling like, oh, like most people who get into acting or get into it when they're like a teenager or like very young adult, you know, in their early 20s, and I don't want you to feel like just because you're currently 30, whoa, holy crap, I don't want you to feel like because of that it's like too late for you to do any, you know, acting, because I think you still can. And don't let age hold you back, because I know it's something, again, you currently struggle with, so don't let it be something you struggle with in the future. yeah, get a pet. I say this in like every, like, I wrote a letter to myself and I said it in the letter to myself. But like, get a pet. They're great. I feel like by now Felix has probably passed away. It's gonna make me cry because I love Felix a lot. And I don't even want to think about him not being in my life anymore, but I know he's a cat and cats die and animals die. It's just what happens. It's the circle of life. Not to quote Lion King, but, you know, it's the circle of life. So I know that, you know, logically it makes sense that Felix isn't going to be in your life anymore at some point, but goddamn, like, that cat means a lot to you. Can you tell? So yeah. I hope you don't get a pet to replace him necessarily, but I hope you get a companion again that means something to you like Felix did. Maybe not in the same way, but, you know, similar. I know it's hard if you are living in New York City, which you should be, to have a pet because, you know, places like that don't always have, you know, best pet policies, and it's hard to own a pet in the city. But I don't know why I keep talking about pets. I'm gonna move on. This video is getting very long. I don't know if there's anything else I want to say. There's probably a million things that later I'm gonna be like, oh, I should have talked about this and I should have talked about that and blah 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 blah. But for now, I digress. And I will just say, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're not dead. Oh my god. What if the reason you don't watch this when you're 30 is because you're dead? Oh my god, that'd be horrible. Oh my god, do you have kids? Like, what if you're like a mom now? Well, I won't say that. I was gonna say I hope you're not, but that's kind of mean to say. Because, you know, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Because if you are a mom, I'm sure you're like, I love my little Billy. Don't name your kid Billy. Anyway, I don't know why I'm moving my eyebrows like that. Anyway, I'm gonna go. You're currently in college, as I'm sure you know, so I have stuff to study. And yeah, this video is very all over the place, and I hope I can edit it down, but it's probably gonna be just the hot mess that it is. Because that's you. You're a hot mess. I hope you know that. Love you, bitch. Bye.